morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. Today's excerpt is going to focus on Brahms' Third Symphony, the clarinet solo at the beginning of the second movement. Before we do that, I want to thank my patrons for supporting my channel. Your support really means a lot to me, and if any of you are interested in becoming a patron, go ahead and click on the link below and you can see all the different tiers and perks and everything that I offer. In addition to that, I have a Facebook group for Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. It's totally free to join. It's a laid-back group, and all we do is post ourselves playing the weekly excerpt or whatever I suggest for the week on the Facebook page. We just offer support, give feedback, and all kinds of stuff. And if you're a patron of the $10 level or higher, you can request feedback directly from me. So it's completely free to join though, and you can post. It's totally free to post and everything. So I really love hearing you guys. I look forward to hearing some of you post this excerpt this week because it's so beautiful and y'all should learn it. All right, so I'm not going to talk about much with this excerpt, okay? The biggest thing that I'm going to talk about is rhythm. I mean, I could get into so many details with expression and note grouping and phrasing and all kinds of things like that, but we're not going to do that. So the main thing with this, I think that the reason why it's on so many auditions is, one, legato, you're going over the break and you want to make sure you have a nice, even, pretty sound, but the other big thing is rhythm and just keeping a steady tempo. The tendency in andante type pieces is to slow down and keep slowing down and just like be all over the place with like rhythm and tempo and stuff like that. I think that this range of tempo is very difficult to stay in time and be very accurate throughout the entire duration of the solo. So really just the one big tip that I have for keeping a very steady pace is to subdivide. If you subdivide and you're thinking in eighth notes, then you won't drag or rush and you'll be perfectly in time the whole time, and you'll be able to just shape your phrases around all of these beautiful subdivisions that are happening. But the thing that I actually really like to do that was like a huge game changer for me was to use my metronome, but to set it on the offbeats and only on the offbeats. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 1. That's really hard to do, and I actually highly recommend when you try using this metronome trick that you don't actually tap your foot on the downbeat, because then that kind of defeats the purpose of subdividing in your head. So you know, have it clicking on the upbeat and just kind of try to internalize all of the subdivisions. And if you're off, then you'll hear it right away because your upbeats, your ands, the eighth notes will be off, you know? And then the other thing is, if you're subdividing in eighth notes, it becomes a lot easier to play the 16th notes accurately as well, because then you could kind of do even more micro subdivisions. So if you're subdividing eighth notes, I think it becomes easier to just kind of cut the eighth note in half and just subdivide it as 16th notes. So the tendency here is to either be too lazy with the dotted 8th, 16th note rhythm and make it sound like triplets, or to be a bit too like march-like and bouncy and turn it into like a double dotted rhythm or like even a triple dotted rhythm. So it's really important in this to just be super accurate with counting. Because that's the style of this, right? So give this a try. I'm gonna play this once for you with the metronome clicking on the upbeat. So if you're totally like, I'm just like I can't subdivide this or whatever, you can play along with me. I'm trying to stay around 440, but it's kind of warm today, so even though I have my barrel out a bit, I might be a little bit on the sharp side. But you know, feel free to play along with me. I'm gonna have the metronome clicking at 72. That's the tempo that I have chosen for this excerpt. However, you know, depending on whatever conductor you have, you may go a little faster or a little slower. But I think that's a pretty good, like, medium tempo to learn this at. So I'm gonna play this for you and enjoy. Alright guys, that was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed playing along with me and listening to this excerpt. It's so beautiful, and I just love how innocent the solo sounds, and just the character of this, and it's just wonderful. So if you haven't heard this symphony already, I highly recommend go out and listen to it, and you'll just be in love. It's wonderful. So thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to hearing you guys post on the Facebook group, and in the meantime, have a good weekend, good rest of your week, and as always, happy practicing.